already gave my final opinion, but this is my final statement on this entire controversy. Then we will move on. See, this is why we have issues when the fans are stuck talking and debating. There's an issue. I'm going to tell you how we can solve this. It's pretty easy. Run it back. It's simple. But more important than the punch itself is a discussion around it. That's going to be the primary focus of this video. After I talk about this, we're done because I have a short attention span for the bullshit, which I alluded to in the first couple of seconds. I like to argue, and so I'll be in the comment section talking, but at the end of the day, I would rather watch the fight than talk about a fantasy fight of what could have and what should have happened. Let's make it happen instead. What I don't like about this discussion is what happens in most discussions around boxing, because boxing fans are fanatical. Surprise. When you are fanatical and dogmatic, you are driven to extremes. It's this simple. For anybody saying this punch is absolutely low or absolutely clean, it's hard for me to respect their opinion because the punch is literally in a gray area. So it would only make sense to have a gray opinion, not a black or white one. Take a look in the mirror. I implored people to do this for the arrow spins thing. If you are super passionate about this or speaking in all caps, ask yourself why, and ask yourself if that is limiting your reasoning faculties. We all have our opinions, but you don't have to die on a hill for that opinion. You can be wrong. It's fine. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again, and so will you. And then think about the fighters. Why are they being attacked for the referee's decisions? The fighters did what they're supposed to do, fight. DUBOIS was trying to attack the body, and if you look at it, he got punched in the face as he was throwing a shot, but he threw a shot that he thought was clean. USYK felt some contact with his groin and did what he was supposed to do. He took some of the time that's allowed. Oftentimes, fighters get shit for what the judges or referee did. Just because you don't like one fighter or love the other doesn't mean they're at fault for the actions of individuals that are completely separate human beings. For people who are caught up in the RICO levels of corruption with promotional bodies and TV deals and fights being fixed and DUBOIS taking a dive and the referee being paid off, there's nothing I can do to convince these types of people they're wrong, so I barely even acknowledge them except for in rare situations like this, just to tell them what I think about them. If you can't be convinced that you're wrong, you don't belong here on this channel. To be quite honest, this channel is titled Fights and Science. Not just because of the sweet science, but because of the methodology by which we arrive at our opinions and conclusions. It's not about being right. It's about having a thorough and clean process at which we arrive at the right opinions, or try to arrive at the right opinions. Of course, we get satisfaction out of being correct, but that shouldn't be your driving force. The driving force should be that you understand all of the reasons why you are correct. That should be more satisfying. Don't get in the comment section wilding and screaming, trying to push your narrative. Say your opinion and then say why, and then take feedback like a normal human being. I know that that's hard for some people, but nuance is never easy, and nuance is almost never popular. The path I'm taking is less popular because it's less extreme, and extreme shit is more attractive. In fact, it's the opposite. Right now you get more attraction for playing into one of the polar narratives. It was absolutely a robbery, or it was absolutely a low blow. If you look at my history, I rarely do absolutes. Even in the first video, I wanted to say, oh, it's absolutely, and then I stopped myself and I corrected myself. I said, oh, I don't want to say absolutely. That's how my brain works. I try not to make strong claims because I don't have the strong evidence to make those claims, which is why you often see me reverse my opinions, like how I did in this situation, like how I did in the Errol Spence situation, and like how I did in the Loma Haney situation. What I'm asking of you is to first push for a rematch if you feel some type of way about this outcome, or if you feel the fighter isn't getting credit, and then second, think about if your opinion can be changed. If you can't be reasoned with, why are you talking in the first place? A conversation requires speaking and listening. I see both sides and I lean towards the shot being mostly clean, but I also say that the ref likely saw a low blow. But also what I said is, and this is pretty important, I said, I think it's mostly clean, but I think it grazed the cup. And then the more that I look at footage, and we see, I didn't want to get into the footage too much, but look at when his shorts jump up, and then look when the punch impacts. The shorts already jumped up right there. Look, the shorts jump up right here. Those bottom knuckles, the bottom part of that glove made some contact with the cup, before fully impacting up here. When it lands, I would say that's mostly a clean shot. It may be on the belly button. I don't know. The belly button or the navel is what we're supposed to say is that's the line for which a shot is determined clean or low. But like I said, look at this. It pulls up the shorts before it makes contact, meaning that he connected somewhat. That's why I'm saying like USYK probably felt something. Okay. I see both sides and I lean towards the shot being mostly clean, but I also say that the ref likely saw a low blow. If the ref has good reason to make a call, controversial or not, that is not a robbery. Bad calls are not robberies. Close fights are not robberies. A robbery is when there's no possible way from the perspective of any officiator, judge, or referee that they could possibly ever conceive of making the decision they made. When you rob somebody, you steal from them what they are rightfully owed. A crime everywhere and anywhere. It is inconceivable. Oh no, the question is it inconceivable for the ref to see a low blow? No. Many people with the benefit of frame by frame and angles claim they see a low blow. So is it conceivable that the ref saw the same thing? Yes. I have my opinion. I think the shot is mostly clean, the final impact point. But here's the important part. I have my opinion, but then listen to the second part. I also have to take into consideration the second part, which is even more important. What does the referee see? And is it understandable that the referee sees something different? I think the shot is mostly clean, like I've said a few times, but I can also acknowledge that the ref probably didn't see that. It's that simple. Two somewhat contradictory things that can exist at once. Nuance. And then there's another angle. Let me see if we can find that angle. This is the angle. So whenever people are claiming this is a clean shot, they use this angle. But then we're gonna see the same thing that I've been saying. The impact starts below the belt and ends up a clean shot. From this angle, that definitely looks like a clean shot, but the impact still starts below the belt. You can see the shorts being pulled up right there. Before it's a clean shot, the shorts is being pulled up because it's already connecting somewhat. It grazed as an illegal shot. That's why when somebody accused me of being on the fence, which I guess technically I am, I'm fine with that. But when they said I'm on the fence, I'm like, well, it's literally in a gray area, so it only makes sense that I have a gray opinion, as I've said before. And this is the last part I'll say to not make this too long. Last part, boxers need to pull up their shorts, or not pull up. Pull down, pause. Pull down their shorts like normal human beings and like every other combat sport. I don't know why shorts are allowed to be so high in a sport that only has two scoring options, head and body. Fix that aspect of the sport, or we'll keep running into issues like this. Tell me your thoughts. Immortality Paramount. That's all.